Welcome to Snagging Grass and Catching Bass. I'm your host, Brian Likes to Fish. Who's ready to party? Me and Eric are ready to party. Let's go ahead and get this show started.
Female junior winner, and you're watching Snagging Grass and Catching Bass.
Let's go, Phoenix. A little spoiler there for you guys. Yes, we have our first female champion. Nice job. So, little spoiler for you guys. We're revealing all the champions for you guys that didn't get to come to the awards party. It was awesome. And we got photos from that. We got a huge show. We've got the judge here today. So if you guys have questions for the judge about Spotty Bowl or anything like that, he's here, man. The man is actually here. It's hard to get him to come on YouTube, but I somehow coerced him to get on here. So let's see who we got here. The judge is in chat. What's up, Joe Ferguson? What's going on, Joe? It says snagged hookup baits in the house. What's up, Chad? Nice weekend for you. Carl Black, also known AKA as Eric. Aaron Black. What's up, Carl? Brett Wilson, he says, what's up, everybody? That was a sick meetup awards on Saturday. What a turnout. Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know how many people we had there, but it felt like, I don't know, 1,000. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe at least well over 100, maybe 150. I don't know. It's hard to gauge. Kevin Keller, what's up, people? TB Metal Art, who is in the house, man. Oh, man, I got these belts right here. I'm going to show these belts off later. Unbelievable. We got Forrest. He says, yo, Ken the Fishing Fool. What's going on, Ken? Wish you could have made it down there. I know it's a journey. Thank you, everybody from LA that came down there. The judge says in the house says, what's up? TV Metal Art says, what's the judge coming? When? What? The judge is the judge is coming on live. Let's go ahead and bring in the judge with the round of applause. What's up, Judge?
Hey, guys.
Judge Daniel Woods in chat. He says, snagged. What's up, Daniel? Hey, what's going on? You watching with Phoenix? That's pretty cool. Hopefully she saw the beginning of the show. How are you, Eric?
Doing very good, Brian. How you doing?
Looks like you're in your own personal tackle shop, dude.
Yeah, it's my little office.
I think I remember last time you were on the old show a long time ago, you just were building that thing and you were showing it off.
Yeah. So I got all my tackle behind me on the wall, rods, all four and on the ceiling.
Eric, we made it. Spotty Bowl 2025 in the books. I must say, I'm going to give you a round of applause, buddy. In the books. What a great year. Thanks. I'm going to tell you right now, thank you for judging all those fish. I don't know. Most people turn in about 10 fish each, maybe?
Yeah, it varies. Some did do 5. Other people are up like 15. So it varies so much per angler.
So 150 people times 15. I'm not very good at math, but I think that's 3,000, right? 150, 10,000. Yeah, I think that's like 3,000 fish, man. Nah, you can't be looking through that many. Am my math wrong? What's 150
Your
times?
math is wrong.
Huh?
Yeah, your math is wrong. So...
Yeah, it's like 1,500 fish or something like that.
Yeah, I actually counted how many fish went towards the judging. Like if someone caught 5, or even if they caught 10, they're 5 fish, and the answer was 3,000 and I think 200. Those fish
Total.
Actually got judged, but there was a lot more fish submitted than what was judged.
When you're looking at I know you have some kind of supercomputer with like a 52-inch screen. When you're looking at a photo, what's the main thing you're looking for?
Mouth first, then just a tail tip.
Tail tip.
So,
yeah. I would say the spotty bowlers have gotten good. I think the first 2 seasons were like, a lot of these guys are fished all 5 seasons, so they've kind of figured out how to do this. But the first 2 seasons, man, the mouth open was like devastator for a lot of people, man. Not a devastator, but kind of a bummer when you catch a 15-inch fish and its mouth is cracked open. But I think you guys have all gotten pretty darn good at measuring fish. And it's crazy with these high def little phones that we carry around now. What we can do nowadays, we can take a high definition picture, send it to a Discord, upload it up, and have a tournament just on this little device. If you would have said we would be doing this in like the 90s, Eric, hey, we're gonna be carrying this little device and we're doing fishing tournaments, we're uploading photos from the water, you'd be like, what? That sounds like the year 3000. How is that gonna happen? But it's crazy. Yeah. It's a crazy time to live in.
No, back in them days, you had to go on land, send it on your pager, like 14.5, and submit it that way.
No, I like talking to like
I know what you mean.
Captain Adobo and some other guys who were in the Plastic Navy, Davy Brown, and they used to have radios on them, and they would call over a boat, and I think the boat would go pull up and weigh it, right? So that boat was cruising around person to person, weighing all their fish. That truly sounds like a nightmare for that person on that boat, or it could be fun. I don't know. You get to see all the fish, right?
Yeah. We live in a great time of technology, that's for sure.
We do. And I think it's going to get weird here soon, but, it's already gotten weird once. Joseph says, thank you, Judge and Brian. It was fun. It was a lot of fun for me, too. A lot of fun. Dang, that's a lot of time. A lot of fun doing the show. Oh, look who's here. Cave Dog's in here. What's up, Cal?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Cave Dog. If you're not watching Snagging Grass and Catching Bass, you are wrong.
Yeah, just a quick shout out to Joseph. Thank you for those extra tables and tents. We really did need them, and appreciate it.
Yeah, everybody that showed up that helped. We're going to go through some slides here in a minute. I just want to talk to Judge a little bit. Judge, I try to ask everybody. This is your first time on this channel, right? First time I can remember. Yeah, this is your first time. Judge is always in chat. Appreciate you supporting my show, by the way. Brett Wilson says Eric's a man. Yeah, of course he is. Arnie's in the house. What's up, Arnie? He says, you guys hear what happened to the San Diego broken prop shaft Pegasus caught on fire? What? There is one of the party boats caught on fire today. That is terrible. Hopefully everybody's okay. No, Arnie, I did not hear about that broken prop shaft. That did not make weekly news. It must have just happened. Judge, I always ask this. I'm trying to go through this kind of quick, guys, because we got a lot of show to get to. But hey, what's your taco shop order? And in Ramona, what's your favorite taco shop? Because me and Judge pretty much grew up in Ramona, so we eat at all the same spots. But what's your favorite taco shop?
So I got 3 taco shops,
on the spot
depending on what I'm wanting. So bacon, egg, and cheese is my favorite burrito. So we have salsas. They have like big chunks of bacon, real crispy. Then I go to Mi Ranchita, and they have flantas. Those things I grew up when I was a teenager. Then I go to Mananas, and the best carne asada burritos. Someone that actually seasoned the meat. So those are my 3.
All three of those are places that I go to all the time too. And that's our Ramona local. Ramona, I bet we have 6 taco shops, but the 3 you named off are probably some of the better ones. Brett Wilson says, and thanks to Brian and Eric for keeping this all going. Yeah, no problem. There's a minute where it looked like it may not continue, but you and the 2 and Corey and Zach from Make Spotty Bowl. Yeah, no problem, dude. Yeah, I personally enjoy doing this stuff. I enjoy doing the show. I know it's a lot of work, and me and the Judge have a lot of late nights. Judge has cut me off till I cannot contact him past 10 p.m., by the way, guys. So that is the cutoff. Him and Corey said that's it. So, but usually Mondays and Tuesdays for me, Eric and Corey are pretty hectic trying to sort all this stuff out. Because a lot of the fishing's not done until Sunday. So Eric's got to judge everything, and then we've got to make the lists, and we've got to get all the numbers, and we've got to figure out the placements and enter it in the spreadsheet, make the slides for the show. So it's a lot of back and forth. But you know what? Hopefully one day we'll look back at all this, and it was worth it, right?
Yeah.
Cal says, I wish I could have made the festivities past weekend. Looks like everybody, yeah, we did. We did have a great time. All right, I'm going to go ahead, Judge. And is there anything else you want to add before we hop into the weekly news?
No, I mean, I'm kind of glad the season's over. Now I can do some other type of fishing for a while with friends, take them out, and start trying to do a little bit more club events. So
Yeah, for sure. Me too. So hopefully, me and the judge are gonna hop on my boat here soon, and just go out and we're gonna put our feet up and chill. Right? We're gonna just bait and wait. We're gonna chill. We're gonna find some. We're gonna cruise over the pipe and hit the spot lock and just chill out. Right? Catch some fish.
Yep.
Maybe home some rockfish. Cook up some tacos or something. Oh wait, we can't take rockfish home right now, are they? Is it rockfish season over? I think.
I didn't think so, but I'm not sure.
Me
That
neither.
was later.
That's why I don't take home anything because I never know. It's a well-respected tournament. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's mainly because of this guy sticking to his guns, sticking to his rules, being the judge, being fair, but also being strict with everybody. And you've done that for 5 years, solid judge, and it pays off when people are a little upset over deduction, but everybody's judged the exact same way. So that's what makes this tournament great. All right. I mentioned this right here last. Oops. Hey, Phoenix. I mentioned this here last show. So after the Spotty Bowl season, you guys get a vote on your top 10 baits of Spotty Bowl. So you're actually voting your top 3. So there's a couple ways to do it. A lot of you guys already voted into the ballot box that was there live at the event. But vote for your top 3 baits. So I'm looking for your top 3 baits that you like to use during Spotty Bowl. Just think back too, because we use different stuff sometimes back in February and March than we are using in the summer. So critique of what you've used the whole season, and figure out what are your top 3 baits, Judge.
At night, it's the Ned rig. During the day, I was using tail spins and just trying to more and more swim baits. Just trying to always use the A rig. This year, I just try to stay away from it. Just practice the other ones a bit more.
So what's your number 1? That's what I'm asking here. What's your number 1? Let's go. Let's start with that.
It'd be the Ned rig because I fish the night session every time.
Never heard of that, but what's your number 2?
Tailspin.
Do you buy your tailspin and add it to your swim bait, or are you buying the I forget.
No, it's like the axe blades and those things. So they're
gotcha. That type of tailspin. Okay. Axe blades. And then what was your number 3?
Just like the cool baits or the war baits, just swim baits.
So jig head with the swim bait behind it. And what are you fishing? Like a 3.3, 3.8?
2.8 up to the 3.8.
2.8 to the 3.8.
Yeah.
That's a good way to go. All right. So your top 3 baits. Now you guys can vote on that. And the way you can do that is you can direct message me, Brian Likes to Fish, on Instagram or Discord, or Snagging Grass, Catching Bass on Instagram. Also, just direct message them right to me. Just say my top baits are, and list your top 3, and I'll tally up all those votes, and we'll do an entire show on the top baits of Spotty Bowl. We've done this, I think, 4 years in a row, maybe 3 years in a row. I think Hookup Baits has won it at least. They've been first every time, but I think it's 3 times in a row, if not 4 times in a row. All right, you ready to get on some weekly news here, Judge?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. So we got 68 people in here right now. If you guys could all hit that like button, I'd appreciate it. Let's try to grow this channel. I'm trying to get 500 subscribers by 2026. That'd be super sweet. Weekly news. Oh, before I get started, if you guys have any weekly news you want to send me your weekly news. If you have tournaments coming up, or if you saw something like Arnie did, a boat boat on fire, or anything like that. Hopefully positive news, but anything in the fishing community or our community, send it to me, and I'll go ahead and get you included in weekly news. Now, I've been slacking on the chat lately, Judge, so I'm trying to keep my eye on it. Stephen Gage is in the chat. What's up, Stephen? Bay Creeper Leonard, how you doing, Leonard? Cal, yep. What's up, Bay Creeper? Salty at best, the champ's in the house. Is Snag, is this Eric's time to get the I don't know what that means.
I'm not sure what that means either. I like having words.
David, good to see you down there at the event. Thank you for coming, and thank you for making that journey. All right, so you guys that missed it, I'm going to show you. We and Judge are going to go through a few pictures, show you exactly what happened to this event. But we had it set up right at the Fast Lane Kayak Center right there on Mission Bay. Super fun day. You can see the belts out front there, but we had everything set up front. If you were to turn around 180 from this, you'd see the entire crowd behind us, but that's us just basically getting set up right there. All right, let's start our thanks here. First of all, Judge right there on the right, me on the left, Corey right there in the center. Thank you, Corey. He had to take off a little early, but Corey helping out with all the side pods. He gave me the spreadsheet. Thank you for the work on that. Round of applause to Corey. I think probably our best side pots we've ever had as far as amounts given out. Corey went all out and got a lot of new sponsors and big sponsors. And so you guys benefited from Corey's hard work. And man, there was a lot of side pots given out. We gave away a lot of stuff. That's all I got to say. And Corey, thank you for arranging all those. Our social media team right here. I don't know. I guess that's what we call Zach, right? And Angela, our social media team. Guys, thank you so much for anybody that follows the Spotty Bowl official. These are the two, Zach and his wife, that run this. Hold on a second. I'm looking for something while I'm talking.
All right. Hi, I'm Angela. You're watching Snagging Grass and Catching Bass.
Let's go, Angela. Let's go, Zach. But thank you guys. Definitely our social media presence because of them has been better than any year in the past. I don't think we even had very much being posted in the past. So it's nice to see our social media with our winners and updates and things coming up. And we appreciate you guys. Thanks for all your hard work.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
This guy right here, the man Chuck. Holy smokes. All I got to say. That food was incredible. How many trips did you take up to get food?
I just got the one.
Just the one. I just got the one too, but man, guys, I wish I would have gotten more. It seemed like we were with me and Eric, and we were all so busy. I didn't hardly have much time to eat, trying to get everything going. But man, let me give you a little preview of what we had down there. Thank you, Chuck, by the way. A round of applause for Chuck. You guys in chat. I'm going to say hands down, Judge, the best food we've ever had at Spotty Bowl.
Yeah.
By far. The food was incredible. I had the brisket, pulled pork, the ribs, the mac and cheese. Everything was just delicious. You guys comment and chat what you thought of that food. It was incredible. Here's the ribs. Wow. You can kind of see, is that the brisket or pulled pork up there just above it?
Yeah, I think that's the pulled pork, I believe, was next.
Oh, my God. Incredible. Well, you can see, it's pulled pork. Oh my gosh, it's just incredible. It's everything you'd expect to eat at one of these awards things. Just delicious barbecue style food. Thank you, Chuck. It was awesome. Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah. Really appreciate that. Man, the smoker broke at 1 a.m, so then he was struggling. So, thank you.
Thank you, Chuck. Yeah, exactly what Eric said. His smoker broke the night before, so he was up pretty much all night trying to get this stuff going. The last minute Chuck came through for us. We appreciate it, Chuck. Thank you to this guy, Ron, for letting us use the Fastlane Kayak Center and giving away some really nice prizes. He did the Hobie Fiesta Kayak Race and actually gave away Yak Attack boxes to the winners with the fastest speed, which was the Brecht family. Congratulations, Brecht. Is that 2 years in a row? Cash, is that 2 years? No? Okay, well, he won that, and then they had the 6 teams that entered got into a raffle, and they pulled a raffle ticket for the top prize, which was these awesome Hobie inflatable life jackets. It was valued $150 each. He gave away 4 of those guys. So all you had to do is participate to get that in 1 in 6 chance, and Team Hookup Baits. Let's go, Chad. Team Hookup Baits won the raffle and won all 4 of those, which I'm sure they're probably going to use in Florida. So nice. Nothing like a nice inflatable life jacket, man. When you get those nice ones, they're pretty sweet, man. Easy to wear. And I think didn't Chad's inflate in Mexico too, so he probably needed one.
Yeah.
But thanks, Ron.
Can you just rechange that cartridge, or do you gotta get rid of it?
Yeah, some of them when you buy it come with the one, and usually somewhere in the life jacket it has a pressure meter that shows a green circle and a red circle, and if the little device is in the red, it means that you need to replace the recharger on it. So most of them, not all of them, most of them have some kind of device that tells you. But yeah, they sell replacement ones. It's just like one of those ones you put in a CO2 gun, those little CO2 cartridges, just like that. Yeah, you should always check those things out. I know. I always wonder because I've got a vest that's probably over 2 years old. I was like, man, is this thing actually going to save my life? You know, if you fall in the water, I know they're automatic, but it's also usually has a little rip cord too. Hopefully, and they also have a zipper right here. You zip, and there's a thing you can pull out and inflate it with your mouth. You know, maybe I'll show that off on a show one time.
Okay.
Thank you to this guy right here. Me and the judge and Corey could only talk so much, so we brought in our ringer. That is Chet. Chet, thank you. Came in and did some of the hosting duties, also MC duties. So he did a great job, man. I think next year we're just gonna let him do it all, huh?
Yeah, you did a great job.
Chad says the recharge kit's like $30. Yeah, so the most common ones are like the West Marine and Bass Pro Shop. Almost everybody has the same ones, but they sell those there. Yeah, thank you, Chet, for filling in for us. Here we go. There's Chad. I want to thank Chad, too, big supporter of Spotty Bowl. Gave away tons and tons of prizes this year. I don't know how many $100 envelopes that his team won and donated back into the raffle that we were able to give out to all the participants. So, I mean, Chad gave away thousands and thousands of dollars. It felt like a pickup dates. Lots of them. Maybe not thousands and thousands, but lots. So thank you, Chad, for redonating all your winnings. And a lot of people got a lot of nice hookup bait packages. Scroll some pictures. Hey, who's that in the corner right there? He's in chat right now, too.
Yeah, that's one of the Bay Creepers.
Yeah, that's why me and Leonard are the Bay Creepers, man. That's how you creep right there. What's up, Leonard? Good to see you, man. Hopefully we can get out going fishing. That is a legendary Leonard right there, creeping. Here's some of the audience right there. So I'm going to scroll through some of these pictures kind of fast. Hopefully, you guys, if you're there, you see yourself, but gives you the feel of what it was like. We basically encompassed that entire back lot right there. Everybody kind of spread out, took up those tables, but it was a lot of fun. I actually got Judge on the mic. Judge, man, let's go, man. Look at you up there on the mic, handing out awards, saying thank yous. You know, it's not easy to get in front of 200 people and make these, get up there and do this. I mean, I'm a construction worker. You're a mechanic. I mean, we're not used to all this stuff. So, thank you, Judge.
I totally dislike it. I do not like even this part. Just not nervous. Just not me.
Well, you're doing a great job, man. Thank you for coming on. I had to twist Eric's arm to get him on here, and thank you, Eric. I know, and YouTube's kind of a weird thing to come on. It's like, a lot of people. Spotty Best says, was I the only one that got a crazy sunburn that day? I feel like I'm always sunburned. I'm always fishing, no matter what I wear buffs, hats. I don't know. I know. Alex, no, you weren't the only one. But next year we need to bring a few more easy ups, or bring your own, I guess.
Yeah. Probably the biggest shout out is to Brett and his wife for having a baby on the way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've mentioned that on the show. So congratulations. Yeah. First baby, man. That's an exciting one, too, Congratulations, Brett. Brett says there's so many thanks to give out. Yeah, epic words. We're going through these pictures. That's why I want to go through these. Gives you kind of the feel. Here we go. Another shout out. TB Metal Art, man, making those belts. And he also had a special surprise for Oliver. What's up, Oliver? If you guys don't know, Oliver had open heart surgery twice this year and is still cruising, fishing Spotty Bowl. So Todd made him the special award. Did you know anything about this? I guess not award, special mirror. What am I saying, award?
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be presented like this. So Todd brought it there, but we hid it behind the thing just to protect it until the end of the day. And then when I think it was Oliver had to come up for whatever award or something that he was getting. Or I go, hey, this will be the perfect time. And it was just, I mean, they're both truly loved. Just everything that Oliver went through, everybody that the community went and helped him out. And, Todd, what he does for us. And I thought it was just a way for Todd to get some recognition for his work. At the same time, we just recognize Oliver and just the love that everybody has.
Cool moment, man. That's awesome. Official member of the Zipper Club. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Stephen Gage is up there. What's up, Stephen? See Aaron in the background. Oh, and Get Bent Brewing donated to the raffle. I don't know, at least 3 or 4 of those 4-packs of special edition Spotty Bowl beer. Looks like Todd won it.
Yeah.
Those are good. I have one of those in my refrigerator. I got to try that. Did you take a sip of one? I know you don't drink, but did you try one yet?
No, but I went to Ben afterwards, and I went to Ben when he finished. If I can just have his can, because like I said, I got the one from last year. Then I got the one from this year. So
Right on.
yeah, I just try to collect the cans or whatever. Just a
Hold
moment
that a
on
little
what
closer.
we've done.
I'm gonna put you
What's that?
full screen, Judge. I'm gonna put you full screen. Pull that a little closer. There you go.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Custom Spotty beer.
Yeah.
I don't know if he sells those or just does it as a hobby, but that's pretty cool. Now I gotta do okay. There we go. So he's giving out those. Here's some of our Spotty Bowlers. Mike Brown, man. Mike Brown won some awards. I think he got like a standing ovation. Mike Brown's a dang celebrity, dude. When he went up there, dude, it's like the biggest cheers in the house. He carries around a lot of peeps with him or something. Yeah. Steve's in the house. He says, B-Dub, once you see that fishing will mean nothing. B-Dub, once you see that fishing will mean nothing. Oh, I see. He's
Baby
talking about
probably.
the baby. Yeah. Nah, I don't know. You know, when it's a little bit of a stage when that baby's, newborn. You can't take him. But man, if you go fishing with your daughter or son, oh my gosh, that's some of the best times of my life. I fished with my son from when he was probably 2.5 or 3, all the way till he became a teenager, and then when it was too cool to hang out with his dad and was hanging out with girls and his friends. But those are some of the best times of my life, man. We've started out renting skiffs together and going out there and figuring everything out together. That was some good times. It's just different. HD Bates donating some stuff to the raffle. There's Brett right there. Then we went through giving out all these awards, all the championships. I'll tell you what, man, that's like a nervous moment. And me and you give out those awards. And, I love this congratulate the champion, but it's so heartbreaking to me that, somebody doesn't get the championship belt. But that's just what it is. That's what makes Spotty Bowl cool. One-on-one. It's just a weird, crazy format that you came up with. And I've mentioned this before. You were like, you ran a bowling tournaments, right? And they were this kind of format.
Yeah, it was just kind of a mixture of bowling and fantasy football kind of all put together. So
what would my life be if I never met the judge? We would not have had Spotty Bowl. What, that's like, I don't know. We probably wouldn't have half this community, dude. So thank you, man, for coming up with this great idea. Like the other Spotty tournaments I was in was never anything like this. You just show up to the event, fish it, have a little get together at the end, and then everybody would go home. But it seems like with this, we got the chat, the discords, I don't know. You really get to know the community through this.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I know there's the disconnect with Roman, but I still got to thank Roman more. Roman let us do it. Roman got us all together. I mean, we might have went our separate ways, but I still appreciate everything he did for us.
I do, and I still talk to Roman now. So, we do appreciate you, Roman. And I wouldn't even be on YouTube if it wasn't for that guy. And yeah, he did. He basically took his big following community and brought it into this. Yes. David says, let's get the beef shaman to review the Spotty beer. Okay, Ben, somehow I can put you in contact with Chris if you want to get him over one somehow. I actually have mine. Maybe what I'll do is I'll give mine to Chris so he can review it. Yeah, that sounds like pretty cool. There's Mr. Majors and me. Looks like, is that Brett?
No, that's Brian.
Phoenix, Hollis, Taylor. There he is, the most famous man in fishing coming up, man. You should have seen the speech he gave. He just went on and on for about an hour, man. It was great. We pulled him away from a security detail. He came up, made an appearance, and then hopped in the limo and went to the next event. So we've got a small view of Frank, the most famous man in fishing right there. And that's right there. He's auctioning off an autograph. So in his hand right there, he's autographed that. And what was the highest bid? $12,000, something like that. I don't know. Maybe it was 15,000.
Yeah, I think it's right up there.
Me and Brett, right before, trying to make a joke here, but you've probably never seen the movie Predator, have you?
I might
have. Somebody's laughing about that, but anyway. Alex Norton, what's up, Alex? That's why that's why you got a sunburn, dude. You got no hat on, but I do like those shades. That's pretty sweet. Cash, man, swept so many side pots, dude, and that 18-inch fish, he must have won like, I don't know, $1,000 fish, I'm saying, but Cash came up many times, give a lot of stories about that 18-inch fish. Chet again, Mike Brown with a standing ovation. I got Ron, HD Bates. Hey, there's a rare Dave Rage. So I'm going to start scrolling through some of these. Then we did the raffle. Zach won a bunch. There's Sammy. What's up, Sammy? We got
Roy.
down in SD Roy. Yeah, just the party continues. Chad had a great night also. And HD Bates tent out. That tent's nice, by the way. Brett having a great time. It's good seeing you down there, Brett. Love seeing Brett. And then we had the Hobie race, which is awesome. We had 6 teams event, and there's Team Hookup Baits. JoJo, of course, pulling the slack on that one, coming in strong. I've never done that. Have you ridden that thing?
Yeah, last year. And you talk about getting your legs get burning.
That's what I hear. It's like it's probably because you're trying to sprint, right? And everybody's going just full bore on that thing, man.
Yeah, there is a burn.
Yeah, I noticed a few of the guys coming in were sweating pretty good. Looks like we have the Salty Bastard team up there from LA, Chet, Sammy. And there's a junior division, juniors out there. And you go on Fastlane's Instagram, you can see the video of this going on. All right, let's get on. And that was the event. Round of applause to everybody that made the trip, everybody that came down. Already looking forward to next year. Judge, is there any chance? A lot of people are asking me that you're going to do that in LA, the awards in LA. Is there any chance?
I can't say no yet, but logistically, I don't know how well it would work. Maybe a halfway point or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just so comfortable at Fastlane. You know what I mean? We've got the spot reserved. It's right next to the shop where people go in there and check some stuff out. It's right on the bay. It's really hard to beat Fastlane. Ron's is such a great host. SB is over. I can finally cut my hair. What were you? Was that your lucky do? Your lucky hairdo?
Well, maybe those hair jigs was actually his hair.
Keep it going, Al. Oh, yeah. You're going to make those into jigs? Keep it going, Alex. Let's see how long you can get that dude going. I like it. This is still going on. The CCA California Star Tournament still going on. Goes on until August 31st. If you haven't entered and you're going out like on a half-day boat or another boat, or you're going out for sand bass or calicos or whatever, any type of fish that qualifies, that definitely for $40 you get a chance. Even if you just get 2 submissions. How many submissions you got about now, Judge?
0. Yeah,
Not even any shorts?
No, I don't do that type of fishing.
Got it. Well, you have the chance to win a Parker boat and all these other prizes. That's the boat. If you guys are at Fastlane, you got to see that thing. If anybody wants to ride up with me, I got 4 extra seats in my truck, but I'm going to go to this party. It's on, what's that say, Judge? July 13th, I think. No, it can't be July 13th. That would, oops. Where's the date on that? Oh, there it is. September 13th. Sorry, September 13th. But I'll be driving up there. You going to go up there with me, Judge, to hang out with the crew?
Yeah, I'll go.
All right. So me and the Judge will be heading up there in the Chevy, and anybody who wants to jump in with us, we'll head on up there and just go up there and say hi to the LA guys and watch this raffle. Maybe win some. Still working on this. The Bass Bowl, freshwater, taking the exact same rules over from Spotty Bowl, putting them into the freshwater. It's a free event. This is just strictly for fun. I'll be giving out a first, second, third place plaque and probably like a pizza party. Nothing super special. I just kind of want to see how this format will work in the freshwater community. Going to do 3 rounds and 1 playoff round, and just see how it goes. Right now, I think I've only got like 10 people interested, so it's going to be a small tournament. But it's kayak boat, same rules as Spotty Bowl. We're fishing Lake Hodges, so that one, if you fish by a boat, there's no boats allowed in that right now. The water level is too low, so you'll have to have a kayak or a float tube to participate in that lake. But if you just want to participate in one round, that's cool too. Just going out, trying to have some fun and learn these green bass also. All right, here we go. You ready for some news?
Yeah.
How often do you go down to La Jolla, Judge, the Cove?
Never.
Okay, well, if you've ever been down there this time of the year, a familiar odor has returned to La Jolla Cove, one of San Diego's most iconic tourist destinations. The stench of bird guano and sea lion waste is once again noticeable, causing concern to local businesses. If you go down there, Judge, there's some restaurants right kind of on the cliffs over there, and when you go down there, the smell is like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like tangy. Like, you've smelt it before. You go like the bait barge, that kind of a smell. But it's bait barge times like 5. And if the wind's going just right, you get a huge whiff of it. Barbara, first-time visitor to La Jolla, was surprised of the smell. This is my first time in La Jolla. It's beautiful. I even thought as beautiful as I thought it would be. But the thing I first noticed was the smell. Okay, so there's a reason why there's a smell down there, and it's because of these guys. And years ago, I don't know what happened, but the sea lions weren't like this. Not even, within our lifetime, Judge. I'm going to say 20 years ago, there may be a few on there, but since they've made this like a protective area for, puppying, I guess, this area is being taken over. I don't know. I know if I had Muto on the show right now, he'd had some harsh words about this. But the cove is just situated near La Jolla, abundant views. However, the wildlife affects the tourism and accumulates. I've seen videos of people going down to this and like trying to pet them and touch them, and that's kind of what ruined it. But the local businesses say it does not affect them that much. Most people just go inside and eat. And they used to have a system where they would go down there and look at that. Is that crazy? Would you look at that, Judge? That is nuts. Where are our killer whales and sharks at nowadays? That is, to me, if every year I just gauge everything on the bait barges now. Every year I see it went from like 5 seals to 10 seals to 30 seals. The sea lions, I don't know. I don't know. At some point, there are going to be so many. It's the population is just exploding. I don't know. They're going to have to do something. There's just too many. They'll probably starve. I don't know. Maybe there'll be so many they'll just leave because there won't be enough food. I don't know. I heard that, I'm not sure if this is true, but they eat 600 pounds of fish per week per sea lion. It's crazy to me. So I'm nervous about the fishing grounds out in front of La Jolla that we love, right? We love. And if you look at that, what is going on the shore right there, I don't know what the solution is. I don't know. The problem is, Judge, is they look too nice. They have that nice little face, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And people see them and it looks like you're, dog from your house. So people are very sensitive about, doing anything about this. They aren't very sensitive in Mexico. I'll tell you that, Judge.
Yeah.
They used to do a foam spray. So once the season was over and the sea lions kind of shoot out of there, they would go down there and spray it with some kind of foam that would dissolve the smell. But the environmentalists said, nay, we need some more studies on that. So they have stopped doing that altogether. So the smell is here to stay and the sea lions are here to stay. And guys, I don't think they're ever going to do anything to these nice looking, cute animals, unfortunately. Got anything to add to that?
Reminds me back in the day of Dye Road with the dairy down there.
Oh, yeah. Good old Ramona. When me and Eric were kids, I rode the bus to school, and there was a chicken farm, and the dude would literally go into the coops, and we're talking thousands of chickens, scoop up the manure and pile it up right next to the road, and the bus would go by it every morning, and there's this huge steaming pile of chicken manure. And, man, dude, if you had your mouth open, you were tasting that for 5 minutes. That was rough, Judge.
Yeah.
Guess what? Garmin just released this. I don't know if this is new news to all you guys, but it's new news to me. I think this just came out, but Garmin now has a specific motor just for kayaks. Garmin has released they call it the Force Current, a new kayak trolling motor designed for hands-free control. Key features include your multi-wireless remote that we all use, and also a foot pedal design. It can also hook up to your smartwatch and also a chart plotter. So it can also hook up to your fish finder. That's pretty cool. Powerful dual voltage. You can do 24 volt, 30 pounds of thrust. Oh, I'm sorry. 50 pounds of thrust with 24 volt, 30 pounds of thrust with 12 volts. It has Smart Anchor, which is their spot lock. GPS has GPS for doing your heading, all those cool features that we like on these things. It's lightweight. It's under 25 pounds total, which sounds pretty light, I guess. Easy to install. Does not come with a battery. You provide the battery. Yeah. So if you get one of those lithium batteries, those are pretty light. That's what most people, I think, are running the kayaks now. They have 2 different prop options, high efficiency or a weedless prop. It has a man overboard feature. If you fall over, the kayak will come back around to you, which is pretty cool. But it's going to be available this July, this month. You ready for this price, Judge? $3,000. But if you want the foot pedal controls with it, $35.99. Ooh, that's an expensive trolling. I mean, sometimes they have sales. That's MSRP. I'm sure. I know is it the Garmin, not the Ghost, That's the Lowrance. Garmin also has a trolling motor for the boats that's really expensive, but it's really nice. So if you're looking for top of the line stuff right here, guys, this is just came out. Let's see some pictures of this thing. There it is on the back. I'm not sure. I'm sure it has a bow mount also, but there it is on the back. Here's it from all the different angles. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what that big square thing on the top is. Oh, you know what? It has no cable either, so it just rotates. That's nice. Cool.
Saltwater rated too, or no?
Saltwater and yeah, saltwater rated. Looks like it folds up just like so. I wonder if it has auto deploy. Dave Rage. Nothing like being on. Yeah, wow, 4,000. Yeah, it's pretty expensive. Spy best. Dave Rage, too much money. So you guys have heard about this. I don't know. When things first come out like this, they're usually pretty expensive, and the guys that have to have the latest and greatest will all jump on it. But it has so many of those fancy features that, hooks up. It just has all the fancy features that somebody that wants the latest and greatest, it'll have all that. Here's the foot pedals. Looks like you got a right and a left. Mounts in the kayak. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. I like it when this stuff comes out, because then, they're looking at this market. If Garmin makes one, then, hopefully Motor Guide will make a specific one, and everybody will jump on board and start making them. And once everybody makes them, that usually drives that price down. So, and that is it, Judge, for our weekly news. What do you think? You gonna get one? Do you still have your kayak?
I still got the Pelican.
Are you gonna take that thing out ever again, or is that thing just off into the bushes? Maybe
probably once in a while, just whenever like the crew goes out at night or something.
Yeah, let's go. I'm ready to hop on my kayak. You guys want to put together, now that Spotty Bowl's over, we need to get on our Discord and put together some night events. I want to go night. I already talked to Alex and Mr. Majors. I want to go shore pounding tonight with them. I'm ready to go do some fun fishing for a while. All right, you guys ready to see who the Spotty Bowl champions are? Let's do this. Hold on. I know this music doesn't go to this, but I want to play it anyway because this is my last time playing this, and I like it. Let's go, Judge. Sit down, man. You look like you're excited, man. Does that music get you pumped up for Spotty Bowl or what?
It does. It really does.
Does it? Okay, good. Then I've done my job. All right. Spotty Bowl champions, if you guys that didn't make the awards that want to know what the scores were, you couldn't hear the microphone or whatever, if you haven't been on social media and you want to check out who these Spotty Bowl champions are, we're going to go over that right now. The youth division, we had Phoenix versus Hollis, and your winner, let's go. Phoenix with a 77.75, Hollis with a 75. Close score right there. What's that, about 2.5 inches, something like that. So close score. Congratulations, Phoenix. I hope you're watching right now. It was a pleasure seeing you down there. It was awesome. I'm going to show her video again here.
Junior winner. And you're watching Snagging Grass and Catching Bass.
That's awesome. Hollis, also awesome. You had a great year. Just so close.
What's up? My name is Hollis, and when I'm not fishing, I'm watching Snagging Grass and Catching Bass.
Good to meet you also down there. All right, youth division. So our champion, congratulations, Phoenix. You were the first, not only female, but you're the first youth division champion. And I think what are you doing with that belt, Phoenix? You hanging that thing in your room, putting that right in the living room. What'd you do with your belt? Next up, we had Ludwig, man. Ludwig, dude. What a year, dude. And Ludwig, you guys that left early, he actually made it down there, but he said he left. What did it take him 4 hours to get there, I think he said.
Yeah, I guess there was an accident, so he got delayed.
when you leave Orange County or LA to San Diego on a Saturday at 2, it's like it's an extra 2 hours, put it that way, because the traffic backs up. It's just terrible. Versus time on the water, Daniel. You and Daniel went fishing recently. How'd that go?
Went real good. We just today at the pipe. We started off in the kelp. We really didn't get much there, and then just went over to the pipe, got some fish there. Then he started getting a little on the sick side, so we went down by the bridge and just finished the day off.
Man, everybody, you always end up you get it sucked out of the bay, but you always come back. Yeah. And your winner, let's go, Ludwig. Man, dropping the 79.5, Daniel 68-inch bag. Man, Ludwig was a force to be reckoned with this year, man. Throwing out 80s and 79s from shore. Ludwig, pleasure to meet you. That was pretty cool. Ludwig sent in a picture. I asked everybody to send in a picture of them and their belts.
He's a funny dude.
Ludwig, you are one funny dude. It was a pleasure to meet you, man. You got a good sense of humor. Take it in, guys. There's your Spotty Bowl Shore Division champion, LAOC. What's up, Ludwig?
His dog doesn't look too happy.
No. If that dog could only tell stories. Yeah, TV Metal Art. Wow, he's got a great sense of humor. That's funny. Thank you for doing funny stuff like that. I enjoy funny shenanigans, and that I consider a shenanigan. All right, we had Mr. Majors versus Brian Likes to Fish. And the scores were Mr. Majors a 60-inch, me with a 70-inch. The only reason I really won this is like the very first couple casts, first 30 minutes I was out there, I figured out where they were. I was casting from the riprap rock, and I was casting like I always do, a bomber cast, right? And when I got close to the riprap rock, I'm talking the rock that slopes down into the water, for some reason, all the bass this time of year are all pushed up in that riprap rock. So I just basically hammered all the riprap rock right at the toe, and that's where I got all my fish. They were not away from shore. They were literally right at shore. And it was super weird because I would cast it in there and I could see them come out of the rocks and grab it because it was pretty clear. So guys, in the future, if you're fishing the shore division, don't forget they may not be, you always want to you think they're always as far out as you can cast, but they may just be, I'm talking right in front of you, and you don't even know it because they're hiding in those rocks. And that is the only reason I got that nice bag. Shore champion, I'll take it. Let me show you the belt so I can show these off for TB Metal Art. I'm going to go full screen here, Judge. There they are. They're beautiful. Todd, these are your best ones yet. I love them. I love that it has that. It's a little bit of glare. I love that crankbait on there. That's killer looking. The paint job, everything about them. It's just super nice. Thank you, Todd. Appreciate it, man. Those are really, really nice. We had the Weekend Warrior divisions. Joe Ferguson versus Ricardo, and your winner. I keep forgetting to do my sound effects. Cinderella story here, coming in 7 seeds, 75 versus 69.75. Let's go, Joe. Joe pulling off the upset here, number 7 seed. Not upset, but man, some of these guys just hit their stride at the end at the right time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that happened in a couple of divisions where the lower seeds all of a sudden just figured out what to do, and they just went in here. And that's happened before with Alex, I think, in Masters Division 1 year, came in 7 and went through me, Chad, and Dino, I think, and won the whole thing from the 7 seed. So it happens. But Ricardo, congratulations for Angler of the Year. Joe Ferguson, here we go. There's him with the belt. So congratulations, Weekend Warrior champion. Nice job, yeah. Joe. Nice meeting you down there.
That's probably my favorite division because it's mostly a lot of new guys. So, I mean, a lot of guys in that division. I think it was like 30-something, if I remember right, low 30s. And for new people to come in there, then new people that make the playoffs. So I really enjoyed that division.
I enjoy that division too. I also enjoy the shore division just because I know how much the shore guys have to run around and it's hard to figure out. But yeah, like all divisions. Weekend Warriors up there in LAOC. Brian Rosen with an incredible year. just came not from nowhere, but angler of the year, incredible year. Davey Brown, like I said, had some crazy bags there at the end. Davey Brown actually making it to the 80-inch club. So Davey Brown, good for you. And the winner. Let's go, Davey Brown, man, from Akuma. Davy's World on Instagram. Man, coming in with a 78.5, so close with a 77.5. I mean, that's just one kicker fish away, man. So what is that? Let me do my math here. That's 3/4 of an inch. Am I right there, Judge? Yeah, 3/4 of an inch difference between a championship and not. And that's a lot of the time. That's how it goes. So sometimes there's blowouts, but a lot of the time it's really close, and it's whoever. Talking to Davey Brown at the event, and it sounds like he was at, I think he said, a 64-inch bag at 11 p.m. and they fished the night session.
Yeah, he was at 68 inches. I was actually watching that kind of live on Discord, and I was doing all the envelopes for the next day. At the right corner of my computer, it tells me whenever I get a Discord message, and it shows like Davey Brown 16 inches, Davey Brown 15 inches, Davey Brown 15 inches. I started adding in my head, and it was like at one point he just like a half inch right behind him. And the next one, it took him over it. So in the last hour, he got all of his fish for that 78.5 from 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock.
And he said he was just about to talking to his wife or texting his wife, tell him, I'm just about to wrap it up. It's not going good. And he like stopped it with some kind of mystery dock that he never fished at before. And guess what? It was loaded. And when you find that, there's no better feeling than when you find a spot that's like a drop off or just a zone that's just loaded and you're just pulling that. So Davey, congratulations, man. That's awesome. He's up at iCast right now, showing off his belt. There's a picture of him on the left. Let's go. I asked him, I said, dude, is there a line yet to get your autographs yet? And he says people are coming by the Akuma booth checking out that belt. So he is up at iCast right now. He got on a plane the next morning, I think, and flew out to Florida and he set it up. And I think they're just starting today. So showing off Spotty Bowl on the West Coast. Let's go, Davey. There he is with his belt. Pretty exciting times, eh?
Yeah.
Next up, we had Bryce Huffman versus your number 1 seed, Derek and Bryce number 7, number 1. So another number 7 making it through the playoffs all the way to the championship round, and your winner. Let's go, Derek. Derek, man. So Derek is, for you guys don't know, Derek is, guess what? A 2-time champion. Let's go, Derek. Dropping it down, man. So he is last year's Weekend Warrior San Diego division, and now he is the pro division. Congratulations, Derek. That's awesome.
Yeah.
2-time champ and stepping it up from Weekend Warrior, making his way to pro. Will you go to Derek? If you're in there, will you go to Masters next year? You need 1 more belt. 2 more belts. You need a short division belt too, and then you complete it. Nice job, Derek. You are. Next, we had the San Diego Masters division. Chad at Hookup Baits. This seems to be kind of a matchup. This is our third year. I think we've faced each other. San Diego. I don't know. It's a lot of times this came down to me and Chad on this. We fished Mission Bay, of course, and my night did not go very well. Let me give you the scores. And your winner, San Diego Bay Masters division. Let's go, Chad. Nice job, Chad. Dropping a bag, dude. 70. And you guys in LA are spoiled, dude. 78.75 is a big bag in San Diego, especially Mission Bay. I had a 73.25. We fished at the night session, and I caught all my fish before the sun went down. And then I think I caught, was it 1 fish, Judge, after maybe 7:30, 8 p.m. I could not find them at night. I had no idea. So I was just lost. I don't know. The bite was just lost for me. So I was actually happy to get the 73-inch bag. I thought I might have had a chance. I was like, man, is it going bad for me? Bad for him as it is for me? And no, of course, Chad knows Mission Bay very well. He's won a lot of belts up there. And nice job, Chad. 78.75. Congratulations, I think, on his 3rd championship. So nice job, Chad. Congratulations, Team Hookup Bay. Who is in chat?
I see that.
Salty Dangler, the season's over, and let's hook up and let's go fishing like old times, man. It's been a long time, Salty. Glad that you're in here right now. Hookup Baits is in the house. He says, Same here, all before the sun went down. So you did struggle. So yeah, you were able to find them before the sun went down. I was not. Well, or you'd found them early, and then after neither of us found them, I guess. Yeah, so it was tough, Chad. I don't know. The night bite was tough. I don't. You guys that say the night bite is the right bite, I strongly disagree with that. I do not. I'm not into the night bite. Maybe the winter time it's better, but this summer night bite for me has been terrible. Here's Chad with his belt. Congratulations, Chad. Another championship. Hookup Bates. And then we had the LAOC Masters Division, number 3 seed versus the number 1 seed, Brett Wilson. Brett kind of had a weird year. He started out slow. He was always in the top mix, but he wasn't the number 1 guy the whole year. And then at the end of the year, man, it's been classic Brett Wilson fashion, dude. Like 80-inch bag, 80-inch bag, 80-inch bag, just went in there and did awesome and was able to pick up Angler of the Year, the number 1 seed, and just finish strong, man. And that's what it takes sometimes, man. All of a sudden, you're just finished strong, man, and you're the Angler of the Year. How'd you do this year, Judge?
It was mediocre.
You guys don't know the Judge is. I think you've made the playoffs every year, but this year, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So the Judge is definitely a playoff contender, man. You've been in there every time. One time, me and the Judge, I think we fished together against each other one time, right? Twice?
Yeah.
Well, I think the first time we fished against each other, I only beat you by a half inch or something like that. You caught your PB Spotty that day. Never forget it. And it was a race between the two of us.
Both outings, I've actually had some of my best scores
in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Nice.
Both times I faced you, I had my higher low 70s, which is good for me, but both times.
Good. I motivated you then. Salty Dangler says, I just got my fishing license last week. All right, well, then let's go. Let's go. What are you waiting for? And your winner of the LAOC Masters Division Championship. Let's go. Finally. Brian likes to fish. Judge, if you would have told me that 79 would have won that day, I had no idea. Ask Eric, man. This is the belt that I haven't won the LA division. And last year I came so close, and I really, all the time spent driving up there and doing all this. I was really trying to do my best at this division. And Brett had a day. I'm not saying that's a bad day, 76.5, but I think I got lucky in that round. I think if it would have went another hour, I probably would have lost. So I'm like Brett, talking to him, found him, but he found him like an hour late. So thanks, Carl. Appreciate that. But 79 inches back, I couldn't believe it. Honestly, the whole week, I'd give myself about a 5% chance because about 100% chance sure that Brett broke 80 inches. So I was truly shocked when you announced that, Judge. So shocked that I was, I don't know. I guess I've only got emotional twice when I've won belts, and it was the very first one. Very first Spotty Bowl, this one right here, and that one right there, because it was just so much I wanted to win that one, and so much effort as driving 7 hours to get up there and sleeping in my truck, 4 times. And, Judge hears me, thanks, Brett. Appreciate that.
Yeah, Brian said, before the season started, this is the one that he wanted. So
I couldn't go out like that last year. Last year, I said this a million times. I went out on an 80-inch bag. Brett beat me, deserved it, and he went on to win the championship. But, man, I wanted to win that one. I set my mind to it, and some miracle happened, and it actually happened. So super stoked about that. And here's a picture of here I am with the belt. Todd, thank you so much, Todd. It's a sweet belt. And here's a picture of all the champions. I got Ludwig Photoshop there at the end right there. Phil was standing in for him to hold his belt while he wasn't there, but he showed up at the end, so I was able to get him there. But there are all your Spotty Bowl champions. Congratulations, guys. What a year, Eric. What a year. I'm saying this year felt really competitive this year, right? Didn't it? It didn't seem like anybody. Brian Rosen kind of blew it out a little bit. It's kind of weird that if you think back to the beginning of the season, remember Chet was on a roll, man. Didn't he win back-to-back rounds? And I was like, here we go. The night guys are going to destroy us, and it was an interesting year throwing that midnight session in kind of thinner. What do you think of the midnight session? I personally don't like it, but I'm glad it's there for people that like to fish those hours.
Yeah, because I like it. In fact, I can do something during the day now with my wife or whatever, and just I enjoy the night bite just for the calm on the water and nobody's out there?
I never really fished the night. I fished it one time at Huntington Harbor and it was a disaster. But in the playoffs, I fished 3 of my playoff rounds at night. And especially the shore division was pretty nice. I can't wait to go out with the Alex and Mr. Majors to fish some shore spots. After the Spotty Bowl, we kind of all just discussed our spots, and we're fishing very similar areas. So it's gonna be fun. But at night, no, like Alex said, no sunburn, and for shore division in particular, there's not a lot of people out there after it hits like 10 p.m. So you got the place to yourself. Versus fishing in the morning, you got to get everything done because summertime, man, those shore spots are hot, man. There's like, you go to your spot, there's already 10 people there, so it makes it kind of rough.
Yeah.
Brett says it was a really great year for everybody. Very competitive. Can't to see what, next year. Yeah. I think it was probably, I think it was our most competitive year. I'm trying to think if there's any blowouts. I don't think so. I think it was like a lot of back and forth, a lot of new winners. And when I did the plaques this year, besides Alex Norton and Ludwig, who won a ton of first places in their division, it was pretty spread out. Seems like we had a lot of divisions that had, if we had 7 rounds, like 6 different winners, which is nice. So nobody truly swept any of the divisions.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Like LAOC, anybody that won a belt up there never won before, up there at least.
Yeah,
all new winners
true.
up there.
All new winners up there. Yeah, that's true. Are you ready for this, Judge?
Yep.
Let's do this. It's been a while.
We've seen you out on the water. They say you fishing harder. I guess we'll find out this week on our PB Shoutout!
Let's give this a shot. If you don't know who that is, it's Cal up front, double fisting. What's up, Cal? If you have a PB shout out you'd like to send it in to me. Brian Likes to Fish on Discord or Instagram, and I'll get you on PB shout outs. I'll put on anything. It doesn't have to be a new photo. It can be an old photo or any fish you're proud of that you caught, anything you've done to your kayak. I'll put on anything. Just send me a direct message. All right, Judge, you ready? Here we go. First up, we got this guy right here. What is going on? Brand new to PB shout outs. We got Gabriel. What's up, Gabriel? He says my biggest bass to date weighed 2.1 pounds. I'm new to bass fishing and been having a blast. I caught this one on the drop shot on a golf course. Yeah. When you were Gabriel's age, were you golf course bombing like me?
No.
Oh man,
we had ponds in my personal property, so I didn't have to go anywhere.
Not everybody has a gigantic personal property of the pond. Oh, you grew up in Arkansas though, right?
Yeah. I had rivers right next to the house, lakes next to the house, 2 ponds on our property.
I was right there with you, Gabriel. San Diego only has so many places to fish, and there's nothing like a good golf course pond to get your PB out. There's some big fish up there. My son caught like a 5-pounder. The funny story, my son, who used to hit the golf course right up the street from me all the time in the evening or during the day, would get booted out by the golf course marshals. Well, ended up his high school job was he worked at the golf course as the cart kid. And the marshals, for like revenge of all the years of kicking him out, made him go out to the golf course and tell everybody, hey, you can't fish here anymore. So he had to be the dude, which is a bummer for him. The fight was great, especially since I only had 3-pound line. That 2-pounder felt wild. At first, it felt like it was pulling a log off the bottom, but with my help of my friend, I netted it and landed it. Sweet, dude. Nice bass, man. Keep on going. Try the Spotties if you're able to get down to the bay too. You can fish there for free from the bay, day or night, 24/7. Check it out. And Gabriel also says he caught the mahi mahi. Was an amazing fight. We were deep into the 1-day trip, almost ready to head back to the harbor when the fish hit my trolling rod. It was a fantastic fight, pulling a lot of line. It was on my 15th birthday, and it was my first fish in the open sea. Let's go, Gabriel. Nice job, dude. Thanks for sending that into PB shoutouts. Not excuse the pun, but I'm sure you're hooked now, right, Judge? Once you get that fishing in your blood and you catch those nice open water fish or your first big bass, man, that's it, man. Get ready to spend all your money on fishing gear.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Daniel Hernandez. What's up, Daniel? Team Hookup Baits in the house. He says, I know that spot right there. Obviously, it's Coronado Bridge, but that's one of my spots I like to fish right there, too, right from those rocks. You got to watch out on those rocks, Judge. They're no joke, man. Let's just say. If you guys go down and fish those rip trap, they're no joke. Hey, I saw you were about posting your personal best, and I wanted to share my own. This is my personal best sand bass caught from shore, measuring 17.75 inches. I landed it during one of the semi-final matches against Mr. Majors. Man, when I am fishing Spotty Bowl and I hook up to one of those, I'm like, please be a Spotty. Please be a Spotty. And it's because it feels weird because it's pulling like a little harder than normal than you would think, or if it's like a big halibut or something. And it's not a disappointment when you catch that, but when you have Spotty in your mind, you know what I mean? You're like, oh, bummer. Wish it was a 17-inch Spotty. The fish put up a strong fight, pulling drag, trying to swim towards the rocks. I kept my rod tip up, maintaining a constant pressure, and was able to bring him in successfully. What a feeling it was. I really appreciate your hard work, Judge and Brian, on putting it into this series. You're welcome, dude. Congratulations on your PB. Nice fish right there. So close to the 18-inch CCA mark. What's your PB sand bass, Judge?
22, I think.
Oh, that's a big guy. Big guy. Out by the pipe, right?
Bait barge.
Salty Dangler, got to protect your spots. I'm totally open book now with my shore spots. If anybody wants to go shore pounding with me, let's put up a time. Just got to bring a bicycle, man. My spots are like, to get through them, man, you got to be able to either walk really far or get on a bike and bike really far because they're far and spread out. And I do a lot of moving. So if you want to go with me, Judge?
No, I'll just stick on my dock. I don't go anywhere. I stick on one spot.
You got a bicycle?
I think I got a couple, actually.
All right, let's go. I want to see the Judge out on the bike shore pounding. All right, here we go. I'm going to let you do this one. Judge went out on his boat. As you do, taking friends out all the time. You're a very generous person with your boating time.
Yeah, so here, Zach just had some surgery, so he's finally able to get out on the water. So I took Zach, then the lady on the right, that's Mindy. That's Taylor's mom. So that's Taylor right there. So they're up from like the Orange County area. Then I was trying to take the whole family, but the mom and Taylor can make it down. And we just spend the day out at the pipe. And there's Mindy just looking at the water, see what she can see over there.
I know that look. I remember it wasn't so long ago I took you out like the first time. Yeah. That was the same view you had. And since you've been going out a lot, have you got your sea legs now? Are you over that, or you still get seasick?
I think I'm over it. I haven't had when you and I went out. I was in the smaller boat, and it was pretty rough. A few times I could feel it a little bit, but so far there's been no issues.
It's weird how your body like adapts to that. All of a sudden, you know, if you go out there enough, it seems like all of a sudden you get your, I guess it's called getting your sea legs, and it's not always gone, but it's much better. All those SBS tournaments I fished with Salty Dangler got me my sea legs. I don't remember getting seasick after doing that so many times. So what's on the menu here?
Yeah, so here that's Mindy. Like I said, she got the little tree fish. Then it's Tyler over there getting, I think it might have been his first sheephead that he caught that day.
Oh, nice.
Taylor. You got me going Tyler now.
Did you say Tyler?
I think I just said Tyler.
Oh, here we go. And remember you were yelling at me about that. So yeah. All right, I got a video to show too. Oops. Hold on 1 second. Sorry.
Oh, that one's getting ready to turn. That's awesome, dude.
Wow. That one has big teeth.
Yeah, those things. If you've never seen a sheephead before, they have like freakish dog-looking canine teeth. I think that's for like grinding, like on the rocks. But the first time you see a sheephead, you're like, "What is that freakish-looking thing?" Especially if you see a big one, like that big one. Who caught that big one on your boat? When you get those ones, ugh.
Yeah, Anthony. I can't remember his name, but yeah, that's that 11-pounder. That was definitely a big one.
Definitely.
So.
Next up, we got this guy right here. He says, Dave, that's Dave Rage. If you don't know, good to see you down there, Dave. Dave looks like he's getting a little better shape. Did you notice that this year? He's got some gun show going on. Got a little bit of a flatter tummy. Nice job, Dave. I noticed it. Dave Reach says, I hit SD bait after Spotty Bowl banquet looking to get entries for the CCA tournament. My plan was to leave Shelter Island, motor towards a bait barge, drift the incoming tide, and use my side scan. I found a big rock at about 50 feet deep. I bet you I know that rock. Marked it, dropped a 1 ounce sardine hookup bait and an instant bite on an 18-inch sand bass. Let's go. After taking a picture, I reset and went back over the rock, and boom, a 20-incher. Repeated for the next 45 minutes and got 4 18-inch plus sand bass. So I was able to submit 2 sand bass, 2 18s. It was the max per day. This one was close to 22, but I couldn't get a good pick. So settling for this pick, I'm pretty sure it was my PB sand bass. Yeah, it looks, let me look at that thing. Yeah, I mean, if you're able to straighten that thing out, dude, I bet you, yeah, you're pretty good at measuring things. 22. Congratulations, dude. Hookup bait coming through. When you find that rock, I'm pretty sure I know that rock. When you find that those sand bass sometimes can just be loaded down there, dude. Like sometimes they're mixed in with calicos too. And you just man, if you had spot lock, just sit there and just drop. That's when you hook up the double rig too. You get the hookup bait double rig, drop that thing down there, and then you really got your hands full. Got a fight ahead of you. Nice job, Dave Rage. And that is it for PB shoutouts tonight. So Judge, coming from the old channel, used to put in chat that he hated me doing a certain thing. Do you remember what that was? And I remember he used to pay $5 for me not to do it. Do you remember what that thing was?
Movie reviews.
And guess what, guys? Since the Judge is here and it's a special night, I had to bring this back for the Judge. Let's go, Judge. For you guys that don't know, the Judge goes to the movie theater about once every 20 years. Am I right in saying Batman with Michael Keaton was the last movie you saw in the theater? Did we figure that out one time? That was it?
No, I actually think it was The Rock with Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage or whatever his name is.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So that was probably, 1996-ish? So maybe 30 years ago? Was that at the Ramona Theater back when we still had it?
No, that was down in Poway.
Oh, the big time. Yeah. So if you guys don't know, I like 80s and 90s movies, but I'm going to go ahead and review a movie that was just released in the theater that I saw this weekend. And the Judge is going to reveal his favorite movie, one of his favorite movies of all time. The movie I'm going to review, I went down to the Grossmont Theater, which is my favorite theater to go to just because it's inexpensive, the popcorn's cheap, and I like to support this theater because I've been going there forever. And I saw the new Superman movie. Have you seen the trailers for this, Judge?
No.
The new Superman movie is called Superman Legacy. It's basically, I don't know how many Superman movies they've made, but they've made a lot. My favorite Superman movies are the ones me and you grew up with in the 80s with, what was his name? Oh, it's slipping me.
Reeves?
What's that?
Reeves?
Yeah, Christopher Reeves. Yeah, the Christopher Reeves ones. You remember growing up as a kid watching those ones? Those were incredible. Those are still my favorites. But this one explores Clark Kent's struggle to be a balance between a Kryptonian origins, where he's from, with and growing up in Smallville, Kansas. Remember, this Superman is like current time, so everybody's got a phone, there's social media, that kind of stuff is going on. So it's not like I guess times like back in the 50s or whatever when Superman was supposed to start. But this is modern day Superman, so you can see everybody's in there. But sorry. The film emphasizes that Superman represents truth, justice, and the American way, even though these ideas seem to be old-fashioned in the new world. The movie begins with Superman already established as a protector of Earth for the past 3 years. However, he faces public scrutiny in questioning his actions on creating opportunity. So, basically, there's a villain in this, Lex Luthor. You've seen other Superman movies, so this has Lex Luthor as the villain in it. And it's the basic movie plot is Lex Luthor wants to do, as he always wants to do, destroy Superman. Okay. So in the new modern age, how do you destroy somebody? You get the world to hate him. And that's basically the plot of the movie. They get him to hate Superman, but I'm not going to spoil the end because it's still in the theaters right there. And it stars David Cornsweet as Superman, which did an excellent job. Christopher Reeve's still my favorite, but I'm going to say he's my second favorite. He's a younger guy, plays the role really well. I like the way it's truth, justice, and the American way. He stands up for that right, which makes the movie pretty killer. Here's the Lois Lane actress, which she did a great job too. I think the casting in this one was pretty well. Weird thing about this one is it had the Green Lantern, not the Green Lantern, but a Green Lantern in it. It has a few other DC characters in it that kind of has that Marvel feel where the Avengers. Have you seen the Avengers movies, Judge?
I don't believe so.
In the Marvel world, they bring in the Avengers, which is like, do you remember the Justice League, where it's like Superman, Batman, and all of them?
Mm-hmm.
So in this movie, they do that too. So they combine. Back in the days, they would never do that. It was like a Superman movie with Superman. But now, when you watch a Superman movie or a comic book movie, it seems like they throw in as many of their characters as they can. And this one has a Green Lantern in it, which is pretty funny. The dude does some funny things. I'll just tell you that. So he's like the comic relief character. But I'm giving this Superman. Oh, there's Lex Luthor. Did a great job too. Like I said, I think the casting is really good. And they bring in, I think the name's dog was Krypton. They bring in Superman's cousins, and he's watching him. And the dog, it doesn't make the movie, but it makes the movie definitely funnier. And I did enjoy having a Superman dog on there that can fly. And I am giving this 3.5 out of 5 max. Or I'm sorry, what am I saying? 3.5 out of 5 Spotties. That's old school right there. 3.5 out of 5 Spotties. I would recommend it. Yeah, if you have younger kids, it's probably good for younger kids. But if you're a Superman fan or a DC fan or even a Marvel fan, you're going to like this movie. It's just what you think. It's like a lot of CGI, a lot of special effects, huge fight scenes. There's a giant dinosaur fight scene. It's kind of a bummer at some points seeing Superman get beat up by the media and stuff like that. But, they're trying to make it like modern day times. But I enjoyed it. 3 out of 5 max. All right. You ready for the Judges movie? You going to review this and we help you out with this one?
Yeah.
This is The Rookie. Judge told me this was his favorite movie, and I had never seen it, so I watched it last night, Eric. And this movie is based on a true story. And you want to tell everybody kind of why this is your favorite movie, or one of your favorite movies?
I think it was just as a kid growing up in high school and early 20s, baseball was my favorite pastime. Any money I had or anything went towards baseball, and just for this guy to be able to do what he did at the age and stuff, and just the passion he had, and it just always shouldn't about baseball. It's just greatest sport ever.
Did you cry during this movie, Eric?
Yes, sir.
I looked over at my wife because we watched it last night, and you know what moment? The moment when he gets a phone call, let's just say. I look over and my wife is Niagara Falls, man. So I was like, I know what part the Judge cried in. This is called The Rookie. It tells a true story of Jim Morris, a high school science teacher and baseball coach who at age 35 has a chance to play on a professional baseball team. He makes a deal basically with his high school team that if they win the championship, he'll try out for I guess he was a good baseball player in his 20s and hurt his arm and then gave up, and he ends up teaching or coaching a team of just basic players, and does such a good job coaching them. He coaches them all the way to the division championships, and has to fulfill his bet, which is go out and try for a major league. I mean, this movie's 30 years old, so I hope I'm not spoiling it for anybody, but goes out and tries out for a major league team, and Jim will try out for a major league team. The movie highlights our perseverance, second chances, and following your dreams. And this is like when Disney made like those kind of movies, you know what I mean? Like Disney for a long time made like, if it said Disney, you're like, okay, it's a family movie. I'm going to take my kids to this because I know it's going to be inspirational. It's going to teach morals. It's going to, teach the underdog coming up and doing it. And it's one of those movies I remember as a kid when Disney was a Disney movie like that, and parents were happy to take their kids to see these type of movies. Is this a movie you saw in your theater, or is this something you saw later on?
I think it was later on.
Later on?
Yeah.
And it's based on a true story, which is pretty amazing. Dennis Quaid, who I love, Dennis Quaid. He's in so many good movies. Great actor. Yeah. Dennis Quaid. Pretty much anything he was in the 80s and 90s I liked. He was in so many good Westerns and movies that I liked. And Judge, I played this for you. Go ahead and give us what you give this thing.
For me, I give this movie 5 stars. This is the movie I can watch. I've watched this multiple times, and I'll go back and watch it again.
I definitely agree with you. I'm going to give it 3 out of 5 max. I'm not quite I keep saying max, going back to the old channel.
No.
I'm giving it 3 out of 5 spotties. Judge is giving it 5 out of 5. There's only one movie I've ever given 5, and that is my favorite movie, which is Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Have you ever seen any Lord of the Rings movies?
No.
All right. I got to start inviting you over to my house for some date night / movie nights. We got to start watching some stuff. Now with like Netflix, I think we could watch stuff together at our own houses, but like it starts and plays at the same time. I've heard of this going on with some people that do that. Eric, an hour and 20 minutes. I appreciate all your time. I know you have a long day at the shop today working in that hot shop, and I do appreciate everything that you've done for Spotty Bowl this year. You've done a fantastic job, not only on judging, but organizing the stuff, getting everything in on time, putting up with my crap every Monday and Tuesday night, ragging on you to get stuff. And he does for me, which saves me hours of time, is put together all the biggins. So guys, Eric's responsible for Spotty Bowl biggins. He sends all over to me. I appreciate that, Judge. First couple years I did that myself, and it is a grueling task. So he not only judges, but he also goes through all the fish and weeds out all the 15 inches or bigger. Judge, it's over. So let's relax. Let's do some fun fishing. I want to hang out with my fishing buddies, Alex, Salty Dangler, all you guys, Leonard. I hopefully soon, Judge, of course, and get out with all you guys, Carl, all you guys, and Chad. Do some fun fishing with you guys. But anything last you want to say, Judge?
No, also thank you for all your hard work. Really, the channel helps a lot, just, through the results and just keep everybody going. And so just appreciate all your hard work, Corey's hard work. Appreciate all the new anglers this year, the old anglers, and just keep it going. Then, like I said, next year I'm going to probably try to spend more time growing the youth league. But this year I just did it really quick just to see if there's any interest in. Next year, we're going to see what we can do to make that even bigger and better. So thanks to everybody.
All right, Eric. Spectacular job. Hope to see you soon. I talk to Eric every single day, so I hope to talk to you soon. But, guys, we are out of here. Later. Good night, everybody. Fun doing a movie review again. Good night.